said, the poet. That's the poet. All day long.
Peace, and blessings. And hey, I definitely want to welcome you all back to another great episode. You already know my name, celebrity interviewer. I said it, and this the show. And you already know I always have the greatest opportunity to be able to bring you all some of the best people in entertainment industry there are, and people that's also building and making a difference here in our community. And this is a woman who has been doing her thing right here in the music industry for a while now, and has a great song out called Official, which you can find on YouTube. And she's actually a soulful singer along with a songwriter. And I'm glad to say and proud to say we have another CEO in the building, and she is CEO of Chic Music. I'm sorry, chicksoulmusic.com. And you can definitely find more about it right there. And I'd like to welcome to the show Miss Sheree Hicks. Peace, Queen. How you doing? Salute to you and everything you've been accomplishing.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Absolutely. It's great seeing you. How your day been?
It's been great, kind of full, but it's been cool.
Okay. Definitely. It's always great to have people, you know what I mean, from the city on the show, you know what I mean, people that's representing Illinois. If I may start, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and I
Okay.
came to Chicago when I was a kid. So I live in the burbs of Illinois right now.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
On this show, I like to always start from the beginning, and because I like to tell how people created their legacy, you know what I'm talking about,
Hmm.
and how you got to this point of success with your music, and I know you are continuing to go up, but I like to talk about, your childhood and maybe how music influenced your life at an early age.
Okay.
So, if I may, growing up, you know, um, growing up from where you from, how is that different from the music scene here that you have seen here in Illinois, Chicago area?
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Memphis, as I stated, and of course, I grew up hearing music in church and stuff like that in Memphis,
Right.
and I used to kind of mimic my godmother when she would sing this song when I was a kid, and I guess people could see from that I had a voice a little bit. So it was a lot of gospel music when I was in Memphis, and then when I moved away to Chicago, I ended up getting a little bit older and ended up joining a female group, a trio, and we moved away to LA and New York for some years, pursuing music. Had a deal on Def Jam and Universal, and was a part of some pretty decent projects back then. So that was when I started to take music a lot more seriously and, be around professional people and learn the music business.
Okay, absolutely. Congratulations to you, know what I mean, to be a part of such an epic label such as Def Jam. I had just recently featured Miss Allison Williams,
Oh,
who was actually the first woman signed to Def Jam on
yeah.
the show. So, that's pretty awesome to have someone else from Def Jam on here.
Right. Yeah.
So tell me about that experience and how long did you spend on that label?
We were on Def Jam for a couple years. That was the deal that we got when we moved to California. We actually live in this place, this apartment complex called the Oakwood Apartments, and all the new artists or up and coming artists would live there. And a lot of the music execs back then would come to the Oakwood because they had like these little meeting rooms so they could
Right.
see who the new artists were coming from different states. And we met Christopher Williams because he was living in the Oakwoods. Charlie Wilson was living in the Oakwoods. Keith Sweat was living in the Oakwoods. Silk. So we met a lot of influential people back then and got our
Mm.
first deal because of Christopher Williams knowing an A&R person up at Def Jam at the time. So she had us sing a cappella to Russell Simmons over the phone, and that was pretty much how we got the deal. Was doing it
Oh,
over
that's awesome.
singing a cappella over the phone. So that was pretty cool. Hmm.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll show the picture of the group trio
Yes,
you said.
that's me in the middle. The name of the
Okay.
group, the name of the group was called Ask Me, like you just, people ask you, but it stands for April, Sheree, and Kira moving everybody. But yeah, that's the group.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Do you miss being in a group?
Sometimes I do. One of the girls passed away years ago
Mm.
when I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. So she's 17 now. So she passed away years ago. And then the other young lady, we're in communication. She's still writing and stuff like that. So we haven't done anything together yet, but I'm sure that'll happen eventually.
Right. Okay. Absolutely. Well, I'm definitely sorry to hear that. That
Thank
you
you.
lost one of the members of your original group.
Hmm.
Um, Now, with that being said, I also like to always thank everybody that's watching. I've been kind of rude. I like to definitely thank everybody wherever you are watching from, whether it's Urban Grind TV platform, on Roku television, whether you're looking for my YouTube TV, which is Isaidit Management. So if you have not subscribed, please go and do that like ASAP. Or if you're on Facebook, or if you're right here on Instagram, what's happening, Instagram? I appreciate your support everywhere you are watching from, all the way in Africa, Europe, everywhere. I see y'all. I see you. I love y'all. Straight like that. And we are here live with Miss Sheree Hicks, and this lady is super talented. She's been doing things for a long time, and she has an incredible voice. And we will get down to the itty gritty of how she came up with her own sound. So, just continue, stay tuned, and share this video wherever you're watching. Please share this video. So, Sheree, I like to jump around. I like to jump around a little bit. So, did someone in your household, were they a singer, or were they into music and stuff like that? Like,
So
how
you
did
know
that come
what?
about?
On my father's side, they kind of reminded people of the whole Jackson Five family, like the Jacksons.
Okay,
Just a whole
right.
bunch of beautiful people. All my aunties, my uncles, and they had a soul train in Memphis a long time ago. So a
Yeah.
lot of them used to be on Soul Train, and they would do performances and sing and dance and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much where it came from, mainly on my father's side of the family, and then also my grandfather's side on my mother's side. He was with like a gospel singing group when I was younger too. So it's kind of on both sides of the family.
Okay. Okay. Definitely. And do you have any siblings? I missed that. Did you mention that?
Well, I had a brother. I just lost my brother to COVID this past
Mm,
November.
I'm very,
So
very sorry to hear
yeah,
that.
thank you. Yeah, it was just me and him. So it's just me now as far as my mom's kids.
Well, I know, he's definitely here in spirit, and I know you can feel
Absolutely.
feel feel him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My condolences and prayers to you and your family, you know.
Thank
Ab-
you.
For real.
Thank you.
Yeah, so back to the music. Now, early like in high school, is this when you like really started to get into doing your thing with the music? Did you
Yeah.
play sports? Were you a cheerleader? I mean, what did
I
you
was
do?
a cheerleader. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a cheerleader, and I did start to sing a little bit in high school, and then right after high school, like me and the group, it was a 5 girl group at one time, but when the dust settled, and you try to get the voices together, it ended up being 3 of us. So the 3 of us were the ones right after high school who moved to California.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So your parents was all with that? With you moving to California, they was like behind you?
They were behind me. Yeah, they were behind me. They didn't try to hold me back or try to tell me to do something else. And they came out. Flew out to California and New York and everywhere we went. My mother would come and spend some time with us. So they were happy about it.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's always great, that when you have that support, what I mean, directly in the household from your family, it helps
Right.
you to go a lot further in
Yeah.
life,
Yeah, it does.
you know. Now I know that you mentioned that you have children yourself. Um, Now with your children, do you take joy into teaching them things about music that you have learned, or do you kind of let them come to you?
Well, they've been around me since birth, so they've kind of
Right,
watched me
right.
and the things that I do. They both have beautiful voices, and my
Okay.
oldest daughter is a beautiful writer, so she's real good with the pen. But they're mainly into sports. Like I have my youngest daughter; she's a gymnast. That's her thing.
Okay.
She's been doing that since she was 5 years old. So she graduates this year on May 23rd to go off to college. And my oldest daughter was in the softball, so they both are sporty girls, but they both have good voices too. They just don't care that
Hmm.
they
Okay.
do. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you were able to cross over in so many different genres of music. Because not just soul music, you can sing R&B, you
Hmm.
were into the house music scene, you're
Hmm.
pretty known in a lot of different platforms and different stages. So how did that come about? Can you tell me about the beginning of that?
Yeah. So basically, it started out gospel, then it navigated to R&B, which is when I was with the group, and house music came after I just got tired of the whole music scene for a little bit and came back and got married, had my daughters, and I kind of chilled out for a little bit. And after I started back writing, I ran into Sean Ali from Chicago, producer and DJ from Chicago.
Okay.
And he told me about house music. And I didn't think house music was for me because when I thought of house music, I thought the singing was one way, which is not my
Mm,
style. So he introduced me to some of the soulful house music singers like Stephanie Cook, um, Mark Evans, Nathan Adams. And when I heard those voices, I didn't know it was a soulful house music. All I knew was house music. So when I found
right.
out about soulful house music, that's like R&B records just with a faster BPM. So when I started to listen to these different singers, male and female, I would kind of pay attention to um, the vocal arrangements and the things they were talking about in the lyrics and stuff like that. I'm like, this is R&B just to a faster beat. So I'm like, if this is what soulful house is, I can do this all day long. Because when you write a
Hmm.
song, the song comes from your heart. It doesn't matter if it's a faster BPM or a slower BPM. It's really the same thing.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's how that worked.
yeah. And I love it.
Mhm.
Once I started doing it, I just record after record. They come out and people really enjoy them, and they hit that top 10 within a couple of days on track source, and then people get it from my label too, but on my website too, but they love it. It's like everything I've been putting out for the past 6 or 7 years. It's been doing really good in that genre.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Definitely. That's good. You know what I mean? Like I say again, going back to support, it's nothing like when someone supports something that comes from your spirit, something comes from inside of you that you're bringing to the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
To influence and inspire someone else.
Hmm.
So you know what I mean? That's a really beautiful gift that you've done a really good job in polishing and grooming yourself.
Thank you.
Now, the audience doesn't know, but I know that you did agree. You said you was gonna perform for us, and I'm not rushing you. I'm not no pressure. You know what I mean? I'm not applying no pressure. You hear me? I'm just saying, like, I'm just telling y'all, like, y'all gonna get a live performance from the famous Sheree Hicks. So you know what I mean? Y'all better stay tuned. And I definitely want to shout out my sponsors. You know what I mean? I have a couple of sponsors, so shout out to StreetScienceRadio.com. You know what I mean? Appreciate my brother Phil Cantone over there out here in Illinois, holding it down on his radio station. I like to also shout out Dolores Green, and that's hairbossbiz.com. So you definitely want to check her out. And then last but not least, I want to check out Andy thebarberdoll.com. And she's a beauty influencer. And also she has hair for sale as well as Dolores Green. And I actually have a nice commercial from one of my sponsors later on in the show. So definitely stay tuned for that too. And share this video. So Sheree, you do so many different things. So tell me about what was the motivation behind you beginning to do videos on Instagram of your your transition and working out, and you know what I mean, and how did that come about, the motivation behind
So when I started doing house music, I noticed that there were not a lot of videos, and from the R&B world, people did videos all the time. So I would like to kind of put a visual with what I was writing about as far as the music goes.
that?
Um, and especially if a song really hit me or the producer sent me something that I really liked, I would want to do a visual with it. And from there I started working out, because you're getting older, you want to make sure that you're healthy, and especially with this COVID happening, it's very important to really take care of yourself. So
Absolutely.
I just started doing videos, and I created a little fitness group. And it's a lot of people that's in there, and we share our videos. One week we may be focusing on jump rope or whatever. So we kind of post our videos about us doing rope and how many spins we did with it and stuff like that. So I just do that because it inspires people, and people send me messages, inbox messages saying, I appreciate what you're doing, because I need to do the same thing. So, people take note of that, and that's why I put them out there sometimes. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I still put them out there sometimes.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely proud of you, you know what I mean? Because first of all, it's hard to get up and start working out, let alone to let and allow people to see the side of you that is kind of like vulnerable, or, struggling, the
Absolutely.
process of, going through the pain of becoming great, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like
it's a
that's
process.
yeah, people don't really get to see that. So what you're showing people, that's really special. You know what I mean? And then to be able to show the other side of yourself, and then you come out like this, then the pictures like this, but then but you're showing them the whole process. You know what I mean? That's really cool.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
yeah. I share
That's good.
videos of me writing in the studio sometimes, or my playback after I get the vocals done, and me and the engineer are fixing and figuring out things. I share all of those things.
Right. Yeah, you're very transparent. Have you always been this way, or were you used to be shy?
I'm shy now, like for real, for real. If I'm doing a performance, it's like a backstage. It's a whole thing that I go through before I actually get out on stage and sing that first note. So I'm a shy person naturally. So, but I am a little bit coming out of my shell. So
Okay. Well, I can't tell. You definitely can't tell. You do a great job,
thank
you
you.
know, rolling with the punches. Now, I see that also that you are a big sports fan, but not just any sports fan. I'm going to say football. And I say that why is it important for all of us in Illinois to just continue to bear down? Talk
Man,
to us.
it's the Bears all day. There you go. It's the Bears all day, every day for me. I feel like wherever it is that you from, that you spend most of your life at, that's who you should be down with. So I love the Bears. I love the Cubs. I love anything Chicago. But the Bears, that's my favorite. And I go nuts over the season, when football season happened and everybody already know Sheree watching the Bears game. Yeah.
So, do you have a particular player favorite?
I just love the team, but of course my last name is Hicks and my father's last name is Mack. So Hicks and Mack, those are my favorite
Okay,
players.
okay. Keeping it in the family, I hear you.
Right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know you have a new track. What is this? DJ Passion was stronger.
Yes, that went number one for a long time.
Okay, is this something else that was in the house music scene?
Yes, yes, a
Okay.
song called Stronger, yeah. And that was a little bit of a different style as far as the production goes. It was a little bit
Right.
more house than soulful. And it just, when it came out, it like right away, it went to number one and
Mm,
stayed there for a while.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah.
So tell me, I don't want to get too deep into the pandemic because you kind of already told me about it. But could you tell me this? Um, During the pandemic, were you able, well, how I should say, were you able to stay focused and continue to be productive when it comes to your passion, when it comes to
Hmm.
music? You know what I mean? How was it? How were you able to stay productive?
Okay, yeah. So the pandemic was a blessing and a curse. But the blessing in it was that it allowed me to really just stop and think and get my thoughts out. So when the pandemic was happening at the beginning, I just dove into writing. I wrote a lot of songs, got a lot of my emotions out. And then when things started to settle down a little bit, and I felt comfortable with going into the studio with an engineer where it would just be me and that person, and we were safe. I felt comfortable with, doing the recordings and kind of building up my catalog a little bit to be prepared for 2021. So it was an interesting time, during the pandemic when it first happened, but it allowed me to sit back, relax, reflect, spend a lot of time with my family, and it really, really allowed me to get creative musically.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It was very challenging for me as well.
Hmm.
But I was able to birth this show from the pandemic. So,
Nice.
I'm grateful for that, you know what I mean? And that was, but it was difficult at first because I really fought the whole thing of, what I mean, trying to really adapt to this whole new world. You know what I mean? I
Right.
didn't want to adapt to the virtual world. And I knew that the virtual world was coming because they've been preparing us for it, right? With Cyber Mondays and
Yep.
all that stuff that they do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure did.
So they've been slowly trying to groom us to let us know that it's coming. Get ready.
Right. So a lot of
Mm.
us, had to roll with the punches and make the best of it. But as far as the performances were, I did a couple of live performances, and I just didn't like the feel of it. So I just kind of laid back on. I did make, yeah, two different performances virtually, nice sets, good DJs and stuff like that. But I just felt a little weird about not having people around me to feed off the energy or whatever. Um, so yeah, so here we are in the virtual world.
Yeah, we here now, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's great to be able to connect with people conveniently, like you say. You know what I mean? You just got through doing what you're doing, and bam, we cut it on, and we doing a live interview that's being
Yeah.
seen by millions of people eventually. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Right.
excellent. I just love the where we're at right here in the future with technology and the opportunities that we can do with our music, our gifts, and business. So tell me a little bit about how it's important for you, or how change of plans. I'm going to reword this. Tell me, please, how you go about connecting with the right person to collaborate with when doing your music?
Okay, so a lot of times, well, when I first started, I kind of used Sean Ali as my guide because I didn't know who was who. So he would
Okay,
make sure that I was in communication with the legit people and, people that he felt that my personality would match with or my creativity would work with. So
right,
I started building relationships with, people like Josh Milan, a lot of the New Jersey producers, a lot of the people from the UK. Nathan Adams, I actually did a duet with him while I was in London. So that was pretty good. And then once some of the music for me started coming out, then I started getting hit with, I heard this song, I heard that song, I love, the way you write or, how your sound is, and I would like to do a song with you. So from that point, people started reaching out to me after I got some songs under my belt, and people would hear what my style and what my sound was. So it started out with me reaching out to people or the people that I liked their sound, and then from having those songs out, people started reaching out to me because they like my sound. So I just build my relationships based off of vibe. If we vibe, and that's most important for me. Sometimes people go off of names or the who's who, but the energy still has to be right for me in order for me to feel comfortable with getting creative with somebody like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, because sometimes people wonder like how do people hook up, and what is the chemistry, or what is it that is in common with them musically that brought them together.
Right. Yeah. So it's mainly the vibes and the sounds. Like my voice doesn't go with everybody's production, and everybody's production doesn't go with my voice. It may be a different sound to go with, their creativity. So it has to feel right for me to do it.
I heard that. I heard that. With
Yeah.
that being said, if you don't mind, we're gonna take a quick 1 minute commercial break and
Okay.
feature a new commercial that's on YouTube right now by I'm sorry. Dolores by Dolores Green. I'm talking
Okay.
about some Sheree. Okay, hold on 1 second. Well, until then, we're gonna look at another video. This is other video gotta upload real quick.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me take this other. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so it doesn't look like that's gonna work right now. I was trying to upload this commercial. I forgot to upload it. So So as you all just saw, please go subscribe to I Said It Management so you can continue to get, notifications from all of my upcoming interviews, whether the celebrity interviews, artist spotlight interviews, or business spotlight interviews. So please, if you need your interview, just contact me by inbox. It's that simple. So now with that being said, Sheree, what do you love the most about the process of making music?
Oh my God, my favorite part is the writing process because, a producer will send me a track and it's just music. I have
Right,
an ongoing draft of ideas that I just have sitting up, and I'll listen to the track and look at these ideas that I have to see what would go with that.
right,
And I'll start out with writing the chorus, of course, because it's the main part of the song. And then from there, once I get that solid and I know, that's a good catchy hook. Then I'll go into my verses and I'll kind of record it on my phone, send it to the producers, let them hear, which way I'm going. So, I can get the approval that we all on the same page. Once I do
Right.
that, it's on and popping. I finish writing the song, go into the studio with the engineer and start layering my vocals and playback. That's like the best part. That's my time is to figure out what I need to change, what I can improve upon and stuff like that. But the whole studio part of it, that's my absolute favorite. That's where I feel the most comfortable. That's where I'm in my element because I told you I'm shy, so the whole performance part of live on stage, that's a little bit different. But in the studio, that's my favorite part of the whole process of music.
Okay, okay, I can feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Now, being a person that started early at an early age in Def Jam and being around a lot of big time starring A-list celebrities, who became some of your influences as women?
You know what? My the people that I really love the most vocally and creatively are male vocalists. And that's
Right.
because I'm an alto. I'm not a soprano, so my voice is a little lower register. So I just
Okay.
love the tone of the male vocalists. But of course I love female. It's so many female artists that I just absolutely love. Um,
Right.
like I love Rochelle Farrell, who sang on the George Du song, remember from back in the 90s. I love her
Okay.
voice. That's like one of my ultimate female singers. And Layla Hathaway, because she has like a lower
Mm,
register too. Uh,
yeah.
so female wise, I like that tone, that smooth tone, where you can understand every word that they're saying.
Okay. Okay.
So I like people like that.
Absolutely. So, well, my next question was going to be, kind of who would you have modeled your sound around, but you kind of listened to me. And so,
I do.
how? So, tell me this. So, how did you model your sound by being influenced by the musical sound of men?
Okay, so for instance, my number one all-time favorite male vocalist, writer, producer is Stokely from Mint Condition, right?
Okay, maybe with
So
Stokely. Yeah.
if you pay attention to his music, the way he layers his vocals, that's the way I like to layer my vocals. And
Mm,
everything is all about timing. Like, for instance, with a chorus, I don't always have like a three-part harmony on the whole chorus. So some of it could be a unison where I'm just trying to get a thought out, and
right.
then to just spark something in somebody's ear or head, add a two-part harmony, and then branch out to a three-part harmony at the end of the chorus phrasing. It's kind of hard to explain. You have to really be into music and writing to understand where I'm coming from, but I love the way he writes. I love the way he layers his vocals, the harmony choices that he makes. So I kind of play off of how he does it. Joe does it. I love Joe because I love the way he writes too.
Yeah. Mm,
Music Soul Child,
yeah.
D'Angelo, those are like some of my all-time favorites. Like you could be in my car at any given moment, and that's who you gonna hear. Like you won't hear the
Mhm.
radio. Nothing on the radio will be on, but all of those type
Yeah.
of vocalists, you would hear them at any given moment in my car.
Okay, I heard that. Yeah, you named some great, great vocalists. You know what I'm saying? All them gentlemen have, what I mean, super hits, super hits.
Yeah, major.
Yeah, for real. So, how long does it take for you to put the whole song together? Does it come to you quickly? Are you a person that you like to take your time, like maybe a week to write a song, or a month, or whatever the case, before you decide you're gonna record it? How does that work?
That's an excellent question. In fact, I had a conversation with a producer this morning who sent me a track. And I always tell them if I have to force it, that's not the one.
Mm,
And, let's work together on this because it takes certain things about music to inspire you to bring it out. So the song Official that I did, with Conway Casey of New Jersey. He sent me that track. That one was written, I kid you not, in 30 minutes. Like it wrote itself
Mm,
because I just felt the track like that.
yeah,
Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but if it's taking too long, where it's kind of forcing myself to get it out, I have to
yeah,
tell them, send me something else. That's not the one for me. So
right.
it usually doesn't take that much because I like tracks that inspire me to bring out the creativity.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Again, a lot of people out there are very curious about, what happens backstage and,
Mhm.
how do we get to hear, what I mean, the gold when it's all put together, but you don't know, what I mean, how you had to shave the coal down to the diamond. So,
Exactly.
people don't know about that process.
Right.
Yeah, so you've been a great artist, like I say, for a while and been really doing your thing. You know what I
Thank you.
mean? Like I say, I definitely don't want to apply no pressure to you, talking about Sheree. But what song do you have in mind that you going, give us a little piece of tonight
Okay, I'll sing a piece of Official,
of official? Okay, your new track.
the new one. Yeah.
Ooh, the new track. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sorry I don't have the stage for you, you know what I mean? I wish we had like a virtual pull-out stage. I could just move on, you know, you know what I'm saying? But hey, the stage is all yours though, I'll tell you that though.
Cool.
Yeah, and
I
I definitely like to I'm sorry.
You definitely what?
No, I was just saying I definitely like to welcome you all, Miss Sheree Hicks, the soulful, beautiful, soulful singer with her new hit, Official, coming soon
Yes.
to a stage near you.
All right. So the song is called Official, produced by Conway Casey of New Jersey, and this is how it goes. I'll sing a verse in the chorus. I don't mean to be pushy. I don't mean to be bold, but I got some things on my mind. I need to let you know. We've been spending a lot of time up close and then on the phone. Boy, you've got my attention. I feel something in my soul. You say you ain't got nobody. Well, I got nobody too. Let's figure out what we're doing before I fall for you. Got other ones in my stable that I can set free, but I need reassurance that you're falling for me. You tell me I'm perfect for you, but show me that I'm worth it. Make a move. I wanna know if you wanna make this official, boy. Just let it show. I need some clarity if it's gonna be us. Let's put the others on notice and make it official. So ain't nobody got issues, no. I wanna know if you wanna make this official, boy. Just let it show. I need some clarity if it's gonna be us. Let's put the others on notice and make it official. So ain't nobody got issues, no.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
You got
Excellent,
to tell your
excellent job.
listeners to check out the video.
Yeah, man, when they see the visuals to go with that song, they gonna really flip out. It's really dope video. I saw it, I appreciate it. And
Thank you.
you did an excellent job and what I mean, I can't wait to see, what I mean, perform that song live one day.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it now.
Definitely, definitely. Um Now, let's talk about this beautiful logo that you have representing your company, Chic Soul
Chic,
Music, and
chic,
talk about.
chic soul music. Chic.
I be saying Chick. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's run that back. Chic
Yes.
Soul Music. Know what I'm
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah.
So, talk about the name and how you decided to run with this logo because it's really unique and I really love it.
Okay. So basically, when I was figuring out my label and name and, trying to get the clearance and everything for it all, I kind of thought about myself, like what really represents me and who I am and my sound. Well, of course, I like the group called Chic from back in the day because I like their music. But Chic is about being classy, being professional, streamlined, everything on point. Of course, soul because I do soulful music and music. And I even got it tattooed on me. This
Mm.
is a
Oh, hold
feather
on.
pen with Chic Soul music on my hand because I write, and that's what the feather pen is about. But that's that's
Oh,
that's where the
that's
name came from.
okay. That's
Yeah,
really neat.
that's
Very
what it
neat.
means.
I love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I know that, it draws a lot of women, you know what I mean, because it's really welcoming to women that logo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's empowering,
Thank you.
really empowering.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, let's take a second and look at some of these great pictures that you
Okay.
have that took time to download.
Okay.
And we're gonna start back in the day. So I'm gonna throw this one up. And can you talk about this? And do you remember this day?
I do remember that. That was when I came back to Chicago for a visit. One Memorial Day weekend. I was living in New York at that time because I remember
Okay.
that was like some braids that I had with
Yeah.
fluffy hair. Yeah,
I
that was
like what
back.
you do with
I
it.
think that was in the '90s. Yeah, that was in the
Yeah.
'90s because it was before my first daughter, which she's 22 now. So that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this another picture of you and the group, correct?
Yeah, so that was a photo shoot that we did for a hair magazine. I think it was Hype Hair. That's what that was for.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Thank you.
Now
That
I
was
know you
in
said
Memphis. That was in Memphis. That was this past November. That's when I actually went to bury my brother, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was just this past November.
Okay. You look really beautiful. That's a
Thank you. I'm a girly girl. I like dressing up and hair and makeup and heels, but I also like to dress down with my kicks on too. So
So, are you your own stylist?
yeah, but I work with people when I was with the group and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm real. Like even when I have people a part of projects, sometimes I have to take a step back because I'm really particular about a lot of things. So when I work with people, a lot of them like the way I give them what I'm looking for to make it easier for them to make their jobs easier. But sometimes I have to kind of lay back on it and let people do their work.
Right, right. Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Definitely. So, I know you have this another the official.
Yeah, that's the official cover.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
And then I want to take a moment and speak about the influence of Shock G that we just lost,
Yes.
unfortunately, just yesterday, man.
Yeah,
Um,
that hurt.
started Def Jam. You know, I'm not sorry, not started. He started Def Jam. He started, you know, started with Digital Underground. I'm sorry. He started
Yeah.
Digital Underground.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got the D's mixed up.
Hmm.
Yeah, but man, he was awesome though. You know what I mean? Do you remember what are some of your early memories, being in the industry, being with Def Jam and hearing the, early music from people like himself? Do you have any memories?
Yeah. So basically, we were the only female group that was coming from Def Jam. So we used to be in the studio with a lot of the artists out there. Onyx back then,
Mm.
Flatliners, Redman, Method Man, Eric Sermon. So we were around a lot of hip hop people.
Right.
So being in the studio, hanging out, laughing, ordering food all late at night, getting out of the studio and the sun coming up. That was like some of the best times ever. And then back then, the labels had real budgets. So you could really, do what you wanted to do and live comfortably and make money and stuff like that. So those were some of the best times. The 90s, like, it gets no better than the 90s.
Yeah, I know, right, man. That
Yeah.
was the times for real, for real.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's just sad. We been losing so many great legends and artists,
So
and
many, especially in the hip hop world.
yeah, and to say, and just to be professional, his name was actually Gregory Edward Jacobs.
Right.
So may he rest in power, and I definitely want to send my condolences to all his family and loved ones, and everyone that he influenced in this industry, music, and in the community, everyone that got to know him. And thank you for also bringing us the great, you know, iconic Tupac Shakur, you know what I mean? Because that's
Yes.
what we first heard. Tupac was with Digital Underground with Same
Yeah.
Old Song. So,
Yep.
that's something we never forget.
And
And
round and
never forget
round.
the Humpty Hump. Right.
Yeah.
Man, never forget that Humpty Hump. So, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Um, so when it comes to Def Jam, who was the biggest artist that you ran into that you were kind of like maybe perhaps nervous around? Because they always have these celebrities to where you think you done met everybody, and then until you meet this one, and then it's like, wow, like this person really kind of make me feel some type of way, like kind of nervous, or
Yeah.
like you didn't realize like they were that I don't know, had that type of energy, I guess, because that's what it is energy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It was actually he wasn't a part of Def Jam, but he used to be at Def Jam a lot. It was Puffy.
Okay.
So he was up there a whole
Mm,
lot. So I was around him a lot and a lot of the artists from his label, Carl Thomas. But Carl Thomas is from Chicago. We
right, right.
actually went to church together. His
Oh,
church was
that's
in
neat.
Aurora, and my church was in Chicago, and we would kind of fellowship together. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's neat.
you will run into anybody up at Def Jam at that office.
Mm,
Yeah, and then
wow.
when Russell had Fat Farm, remember he had Fat Farm the gear
Right, right,
up
right.
in the store. Everybody was up in the store too. So I read Big Daddy Kane, like everybody you can think of in hip hop was there.
That's awesome right there.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, was you like trying to take a lot of pictures back then, or like how was you moving?
So many. So you know what? Had I known you would have asked me that, I would have had some of the pictures and I would have held them up. But with
Yeah,
everybody, Charlie Wilson,
yeah.
Christopher Williams, Teddy Riley, Blackstreet, just everybody.
That's what's up. That's what's
Those
up.
were the days. I really miss those days.
Yeah, man. I bet. I bet.
Yeah.
It's great to have them type of experiences. You know what I mean? Some of these people to others are like considered ghosts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you only see them on TV.
Yeah.
You never get to actually have the chance to meet these people in person. So,
Right.
what I mean, it's great to be able to be in a position to meet people like yourself and meet
Hmm.
other great, people who are in the industry who has helped pave the
Right.
way over the years for people today. So,
Hmm.
what I mean, thank you for everything that you've done for artists that has come after you.
Right. Absolutely. That's important.
Yeah. So now as an artist, do you particularly or have you or will you, if you have not, network or collaborate with like maybe one of these 15, 16, 17-year-old girls, what I mean, who's just coming out and like maybe doing rap music or something like
Hmm. What's the question?
that. I say, do you collaborate with younger artists like, 15, 16-year-old and when they are in different genres such as hip hop?
So, okay. So there's this one guy that I actually released a song or two on my label. He's in his 20s. His name is
Okay.
Jalil. So I try to work with him, and then there's this other hip hop artist by the name of Benjamin that I do a lot of stuff with. I actually sang on a couple of the hooks of his songs. And then I have a nephew that raps also from Nevada, and he's in his early 20s, like around maybe 23, 24 years old. So I try to, stay in tune with them, to see their style and where they're coming from, and try to give them a little bit of the wisdom that I may have that they may need, for support, and to show them how to be polished and professional, and to take themselves seriously. So yeah, I try to dibble and dabble with the younger people too.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, because that's definitely always a good move for us to can just continue to find ways to, fit them into things that we're doing too.
And
Since we
bridge the
like
gap, because you want to bridge the gap so they can kind of know what music is about, and you can learn about their styles and what they're doing.
absolutely. And with you saying the words "bridge the gap," that was the theme, that was the mission that I learned at the Cleveland Chicago Bridge magazine, where I spent
Mm,
17 years at. You know what I
right.
mean? And that's where a lot of my experience comes from when it comes to this entertainment. So I'm very proud. And so shout out to Bridget Wiley, publisher and publicist for the famous Roy Ayers. So, but that was the theme. It's about bridging the gap
Yep.
at the Bridge magazine, because bridging the gaps between genres, generations, what I
Yep.
mean, cultures and everything. So that's what I am now trying to do, as part of my mission with Isaidit Management, is to continue to do what I learned there and take it further and try to take it to a whole nother level.
Right. That's awesome. That's good you're doing that.
Yeah, but also always influenced and encouraged by other people like yourself that are just, doing their thing, and, just are just straight up official people. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know what I mean? You kept it A1 ever since
Hmm.
I've kept in touch with you, over the years, sparingly, what I
Yeah.
mean, just like through Facebook, what I mean? And you made me feel comfortable enough to, ask you for an interview to
Right.
so I could celebrate you on this show.
I
So, what I mean,
appreciate it.
thank
It's
you
been
for
wonderful.
being yeah, so thank you for being you, what I mean, and having a spirit that's open enough to people, because not everybody has a spirit to where, it's like people like, man, why don't people reach out to me? But sometimes people spirit kind of like not open, and it's like, I
Right.
don't know if I can reach out to them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how it be sometimes. And
Yeah.
people probably feel like that with
That's just
me.
not my vibe. I'm not like that.
Right, yeah. So, that's great. And I don't know, you are you a person who like cruises? You ever do cruises?
What is
This
it?
is random. This is random. Cruises. You ever do like cruises?
Oh yeah, I've been on a couple of cruises. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Because this is a plug right now. And I want to tell y'all, and I want to tell you, Sheree, personally, and I want to tell everybody that's watching about my friend Tawana Divine, celebrity chef Tawana Divine, right here in Chicago. She actually does annual cruises, and she has a new cruise that's coming up. I can't even tell you exactly the date, you know what I mean? But I just know it's coming up soon. So y'all can definitely go to her page. It's at Tawana Divine, and you'll find more information about her cruise and dinners that she'll be serving, there when it comes up. And I know the tickets is discount because I said it. So, since I plugged it, you already know y'all gonna get a discount because I said it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
$1, $2 off something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hey, make sure y'all go check out her page.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, with that being said, Sheree, what is it that you would like for people to know about your music, that maybe something that we didn't talk about, or maybe I should say your brand?
Yeah, just for me, with me having daughters and me taking that part of my life very seriously, I try to make sure I do quality work, and that whatever it is that I'm putting out, I don't mind for my children to see or hear it, because there's
Right.
so much going on in the world right now that's negative. It
Mm.
doesn't, I wouldn't be adding anything to anybody else's life to put out more negativity or just be all out there like that. So, as far as my music goes, it's going to always be about quality. It's going to always be something that somebody can relate to, that may make you just feel good inside. That's major for me.
Mm.
So if you ever want to check out some of my music, you can check it out on my website, chicsoulmusic.com, and hit the music page. Man, it's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Chicsoulmusic.com. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I really really appreciate that about you, that you said what you said, and to remind people that that is very important, that it's okay to do whatever music that anybody wants to do. It's totally okay because it's about self-expression at the end of the day, and
Right.
it's about expressing maybe what you've been through, what you have experienced or observed, or whatever the case may be, whatever the influence is behind your music.
Right.
But it is also very great to what you just said, Sheree, about putting out and making sure you're putting out music that maybe one day your daughter will see and be proud of, and what I mean, not whatever.
Inspired by. Yeah.
Right. So that's important. So I think that we all need to continue to just put a little bit more effort into the things that we do today, and how it affects our future and people that look up to us tomorrow.
Yep. Absolutely.
So you're doing an excellent job. Definitely keep up the great work.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, thank you. We just over here trying to do our duty, and our purpose. You know what I mean? Everyone out here just trying to, we all trying to discover our purpose. Sometimes it take a lifetime, but Cherie, since and my mama can attest to this,
Hmm.
that since day one, whenever they always ask, what did I want to do? I always just said, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I just want to help people. And
Mm,
so the fact that I started with the famous Chicago Bridge magazine, and that was definitely helping people, bridging the gap, and doing everything that I was able to accomplish there. I feel good about being in a position to also help people now. Get on TV, radio interviews, to be able to be featured in magazines and things of that nature. So,
that's
you know,
wonderful.
I'm I'm grateful to just be able to help, be a helping hand. That's all I'm trying to do, be a
Right.
helping hand to the next person in life.
Right.
Yeah, so
Sounds good.
yeah, absolutely. So I always invite people to stay around my guests, to if they have time. If you don't have time, I definitely understand. But I have people that send I've had some great people that have sent in shout out videos,
Hmm.
what I mean, some drops. And so I always, since they took the time to do it for me, I take the time to share it on the show. You
Okay.
know, you know, fair exchange, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
But before we get into that, I just found a couple of little great pictures that I found that I didn't show of you. So talk about this. Were you or like a radio host?
I was
Was this
I
an
was
interview?
invited on a radio show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's downtown Chicago.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that was cool. What else you
Are you ready now?
got?
Let me see.
Okay, so that was the photo shoot for Attention release.
Mm,
Song called Attention that I did with DJ Shahir Williams from New Jersey.
okay. That's a great picture. Great picture.
Thank you.
Definitely. Okay, I was fronting. I ain't got a bunch of them. That's all. I was capping a little bit. I ain't got a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
I have thinking of you promo cover.
Yes. That's out right now.
Okay, so definitely people can go and check that out. Also on where where's the best place?
You can go for that one, tracksource.com,
Okay,
and just type in Sheree Hicks and a ton of music will pop up.
okay, absolutely. Great news, great news.
Yeah.
And then I just have to inform my guests and everyone that's watching always that, I like to always thank my media sponsors. I have a couple of media sponsors as well. So I'd like to thank Just Me Magazine. That's justmemagazine.com. You can definitely check that out. Shout out to Elise Boswell, right here in Chicago. She's been making history for over 9 years now with this magazine, black owned, black operated. So shout out to her. And also shout out to Life and Entertainment. Shout out to my homegirl Gina Hill. You know what I mean? And she's also been making history and networking with a whole lot of different networks and just doing her thing. I'm really proud of her.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, last but not least, Urban Grind TV. For those that is familiar and not familiar, you can contact them there, 1-888-380-1913. So again, really appreciate everyone's support. And they're also helping me air this right now. And shout out to their Roku. Absolutely. Last but not least, she Bananas, what I'm saying? Afternoon Kickback radio show right here in Chicago, my radio Chicago. So shout out to Shakita, the host, She Bananas. Appreciate y'all over there too. Much love. Okay, so now with that being said, let's let me give you one more shout out with how great you sounded earlier with your song Official when you performed. I just want to let you know again that you did an excellent job. And thank you again for performing for us and my audience live. And if y'all missed it, y'all just gonna have to rewind the tape on my YouTube because I'm not gonna make this woman sing again.
Sounds
She
good.
already had a long
Fun.
day. Absolutely. So my first shout out that I would love to share is the famous, legendary
I support, I said it, the boy. I support, I said it, the boy. I said, I support it, I said the boy. And I support the legendary warriors all day long. Thank you, thank you.
shout out to the legendary one and only Roy Ayers. Y'all can find him royayers.com. It might be royayers.net. I don't know. Just check out both of those sites and see what you get. But you could definitely purchase his music. You know what I mean? He's one of our living icons that we still are pleased to have around today. So continue to support that man. Here's another actually living legend, living icon.
Bro, yeah.
Yo, it's the originator Jazzo, y'all. Make this real quick, man. Shout out to Isaidit Management. Doing it big.
Appreciate you.
Yo, big shout out. Also, salute to Jazzo, the originator. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for him, we may not know the name Jay Z. You know what I mean? That's who, he brought us Jay Z. Yep.
Hey man, what's happening? It's your boy Skrilla, man. Shout out to I Said It, the celebrity interviewer. You dig what I'm talking about, man. Sponsored by the famous Chicago British magazine. Get in tune with it. You dig?
Yo, big shout out to Tion Brown, aka um Skrilla, International Skrilla. And he has some great music that's out right now on World Star that's viral and on YouTube. Um, and he's a great artist and he's the CEO of Blue Smoke Entertainment actually. So big shout out to Skrilla. Appreciate you, bro. Salute.
Yo, what's good? This your boy Who Knows. Letting you know this Wednesday, December 16th, tune in. I'll be with the celebrity interviewer I Said It the Poet for the I Said It show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Yo, 2020 been a hectic year for everybody. I've been blessed to still reach a few accomplishments, get a little bit of acknowledgement, and we going into 2021 hungry and heavy. And we going to discuss all that Wednesday, December 16th on the I Said It show. HFE, baby, who working like us.
That's right. Shout out to Who Knows. Right here, actually representing Chicagoland area. Harvey World, shout out all day. And you know what I mean, he's a really talented artist himself. He's been making music for a while. And what's special about him, Sheree, this man has distributed 500,000 copies of his music out the trunk independently. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying, over the years. So, big shout out to my brother who knows, he's been really doing it independently by himself. Um, Salute, brother.
Nice.
Hey, yo, what up? This is Dead Wilder, music exec, music manager, entrepreneur. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer. I Said It, the show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. All right, prosper.
Shout out to Dead Wilder, executive Dead Wilder. He's actually better known as Lonnie Dead Wilder. He's actually the co-owner of Supreme Burger that's down there in Atlanta, ATL. I don't know if you been able to visit there, but if you ever in the ATL again, make sure you check out Supreme Burger. And they just started a Supreme Fish, I believe it's called Fish Delight, that they have coming up too. So actually, if you would like to invest into the restaurants, his fish restaurants, you could actually do that. So go to Lonnie Deadweiler's page on Facebook and get more information if you would like to be an investor into a restaurant. So that's really cool. So shout out, salute to him. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Yep. And we have just a couple more, and we about to get out of here.
Okay.
What's happening? This your boy Cam Jones, man. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer I Said It show, sponsored by the world famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Y'all tap in. Dope content, dope interviews, and you might even see me on that song.
Big shout out to Cam Jones and his cousin Phelps Jones. They have been on the show, and I was very grateful to have them. Their mother is actually the legendary last surviving singer of the famous group, the Jones Girls, who
Oh,
will be
nice.
featured. Yeah, and they'll be on the Unsung coming up next month. So keep
Okay.
a lookout for that, and they'll be telling the Jones Girls story, featured by Shirley Jones. And Shirley Jones was also on the show. You all can also find all of these interviews on my YouTube. So just go to my YouTube and you'll be able to see all of these replays. So appreciate him and his cousin and Miss Shirley Jones. Salute.
What up, it's your boy Dave Tolliver from the legendary Minute Large, and right now you're checking out the celebrity interviewer I Said It, the show, baby. Yeah, it's all being brought to you by Chicago Bridge magazine. Yeah.
Much respect to Dave Tolliver, the legendary singer from Men. Damn. See, this is why you need notes at all times.
Men at large.
Exactly. There you go. I didn't want to. I knew, but it's like my man was like, that's not the name, but it's the name. But I know it is, but I don't know. So
Right.
Men at Large, Dave Tolliver, big shout out to him. You know what I mean? I bought his tape when I was in 5th grade, so it was really awesome for me to be able to have connected with him and eventually interviewed him. Appreciate Phoenix and Scar, you know what I mean, the goddess of PR who connected us for that to all happen. Appreciate
Nice.
y'all. Salute. And then last but not least,
Hey love, it's Shy Love giving a Shy Love salute to the celebrity interviewer I Said It, the show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Keep doing y'all thing. It's all love and Shy Love. Hugs.
big shout out to Shy Love, aka Melanie Hogan. She has an organization called Shy Love, which helps people right here in Inglewood community of Chicago, and been really making a big difference over the years. We have some serious issues in Chicago where we need more people like herself to step up, and she's been very consistent. So big shout out to her and salute and everyone that's making a difference here in our community. However you can do it, whether you give into the homeless, um, whether whatever it is you may do, it's just good to just give back, however you can. So, I want to thank you so much, Sheree, for being on the show this evening. Um, I know times and everything got mixed up. My apologies, but I just want to thank you again for being here. I want to wish you the best toward all your future endeavors, everything you're doing. I'm really proud of you. Keep up the great work with all the music you're putting out. all of your music sounds tremendously good, like for real, for real.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you know, just keep going and just keep bringing us the sound that we are familiar with. And I like to continue to see your music that you are with in house music continue to skyrocket to the top.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time and much love. Salute to you.
All right, you too.
And if anybody asks, I said it. Blessings.
All right, have a good night.
Peace. So again, I want to thank everybody that was able to tune in with us live tonight. As you see, the backdrop, the earth, the moon, you can't really see no stars, but this the last time you're gonna see this, you know what I mean? You know that song, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye. Well, man, it's like I love my new backdrop that's coming, but man, it's so hard to say goodbye, man. Y'all see I'm touching it like it's so hard to say goodbye, man. I love outer space and the earth, moon. Like I had such a vision for this, but it's a new vision now, and I'm glad to be able to reintroduce the new backdrop that will be coming next week for our next interview. That'll be coming up actually on Monday. So I'm glad that you're gonna see this in the background coming up. I promise. Y'all gonna see this. I'm not capping. For real. For real. Y'all gonna see this. So next interview, this was gonna be my background. It's just I was gonna do it for this show, but man, I was like, I gotta like say goodbye. I gotta properly say goodbye to my other backdrop. Like, you know, it's this real, babe. It's this real. I'm about to do this live and I'm about to remove the old backdrop. And when y'all see me again and when y'all tune back in, it's gonna be the new backdrop. So we're about to take this old backdrop down. Okay. I did it. Oh, man. Lord. Until next time. Peace. Blessings. Anybody ask? I said it.